Alright guys, tried the Facebook Live, ain't working, so we're just gonna have to go for a recorded video. Welcome to Haddo House Hall. My name's Graham, I'm the director of Haddo Children's Theatre. We're here today, I'm just going to show you a little bit about what happens backstage, meet some of the crew, meet some of the cast. The bits that you don't see when you're sitting out there in the audience. These seats are all going to be full later on. We've got big numbers today and we're looking for really big numbers tomorrow. So if you are taking mum out anywhere for Mother's Day, here's the place to be. So I'm going to grab hold of my phone and I'm going to take you on a wee journey. So, as you can see, here's the stage. Stage is getting set up at the moment for Mrs. Murdstone's orphanage. That's the first scene that we have. I'm going to take you backstage just now as we notice that everybody runs away really quickly. Here's one of our cast members still in our jammies from last night. So, is everybody decent in here? Okay, everybody decent in here? We're not quite making Facebook Live because the signal's not very good, but we're just going to all say hello because we've got a wee recorded video that's going to go up. This is where the fine ladies make everybody look beautiful with their makeup.
But to be fair, I'm already beautiful anyways.
But you're all beautiful anyways, yes, absolutely. So we've got lots of volunteers. Everybody in children's theatre is a volunteer. All the parents help, sisters, siblings help. I'm going upstairs now. Here is Flo coming up the stairs. Here's Carla. You're a cast member. You've been a cast member for 3 years now? 3 years or 3 years now? How have you found children's theatre?
It's really fun.
Really fun, yeah? This is your third show. You were in Dazzle, and was you not in Dazzle?
No.
You weren't in Dazzle, so this is your third show. Well, you was in Olivia originally when we were supposed to be running it in 2020, and then Wind in the Willows last year. And then here you are finally getting to do, so you must have been really, how did it feel when the show got cancelled in 2020?
It was quite sad because it was
Really?
my first one.
So how does it feel now getting to the stage and getting it on?
Quite happy.
Quite happy, yeah. Thanks very much. Are you excited for today's performance?
Yeah.
Good, excellent, thank you. So that was just one of our cast. There's another one peeping around here. This is Ellie. This is Ellie, she's an orphan. Ellie, how many shows have you been in?
I've been in 2 shows now.
You've been in 2 shows. Oh. That's one of our crazies. So this is Elliot, she's an orphan. And how do you like being in children's theatre?
It's fun because you get to meet lots of new people
And you get to act and sing and dance, something that you love, don't you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, how much does the children's theatre mean to you? Does it mean a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah, it means a lot. And this is this is your first year here, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yay.
And how do you like children's theatre?
Love it.
Introduce yourselves, tell us what you do in the show.
Hi, I'm Ella. I am Orphan 3, I'm Girl 3, and I'm in the Ghost Gang.
I'm Constable, my name is Rebecca, and I am also a girl and an orphan.
We know you're a girl, yes. We can see that, but you come forward and you make a big stance, don't you, as a constable, yes. So we are going to speak to Abby now. Now, Abby is one of the leads, although not today. This one here is the lead today. So actually, we'll go over here and just have a wee chat.
Okay.
So this is Abby and Rowan.
My friend got lots.
So,
Okay.
tell us about children's theatre. What does it mean to you?
It means everything, and to be able to do Olivia, like eventually, because I was in this show when it was like when we couldn't do it like because of COVID, and it was so upsetting. I remember I was just so upset, and then now being able to come back and be Olivia, it means a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I was in the last Olivia because it was really good, but it's annoying that you guys didn't get to do it. Mm-hmm.
And Rowan, this is your second year now in theatre, and you know you're quite young and quite early to get such a lead role. How has it felt for you?
It's really good. It's really fun and we're quite alike, and so it's like she can read my mind.
Yeah,
so
yeah. And what's your favourite thing about children's theatre?
It's just really fun, and everyone's really nice.
And what about, how does it feel when you're up there on the stage acting in front of people?
I was like really scared.
So you were Olivia last night, Abby. How did that feel for you?
It felt amazing. It was really scary to go on for a start because you thought it would be like worse than it was, and then you walked on and you just you just turned into your character.
And you just know that you've worked so hard for 6 months, and you get to this stage when you deliver. So I'll tell you what I'm going to ask you to do. I'm going to ask you just both together to maybe just give us a little line off of one of the songs that you sing.
One of the songs I want.
Which one do you want to do?
I don't want to pick. Do we do? Okay. There must be happiness somewhere.
Yeah, just go for that. So.
Ready? 1, 2. There must be happiness somewhere.
Beautiful, thank you very much, girls. Thank you. So this is the area backstage here, and we are going to go and speak to the props ladies. These ladies are fantastic, come up with amazing props. As you can see, this is all the flowers for the flower girls.
Severed finger.
We have even the severed finger, and we have all the props here that are made specifically for the young people as they come up. We've got Mary and we've got Angela. What's it been like being the props department for Haddo Children's Theatre? Because Angela, you've been involved for quite a few years, and Mary, you've been involved for a couple of years as well. How's it been?
Really good. It's good fun. I like getting the list at the beginning and finding out what I have to make this year.
You're really quite creative because you managed to make things out of what seems virtually nothing, but they all are really appropriate. And they're always commented on it, how good quality the props are. What kind of pressure does it feel like when you get that list and you know what you've got to make?
It's more excitement than pressure, I find.
It's fun.
We love
problem solving.
things.
We like coming up with an idea and solving a problem and working on it and developing.
And how do you find it? Because you know, both your children and your Amelia, Amelie's in your daughter Amelie, Mary's in, and all two of yours have been in it. How's that been? You've got one in the band. You've now got one. She got another year left to go. Another? Is she still that young? Oh my goodness! It feels like she's been around forever, though, doesn't it?
She was here before she could be part of it. She used to sit here and colour in while we were doing our props and waiting for Drew to come off stage.
So how's it been being a Haddo mum?
Oh, it's just like a big family, isn't it?
A big family.
It's just a big family.
Working together, fun.
Yeah. It's good to see the kids coming together and being friends.
Seeing their dynamics and supporting each other.
And you guys actually, you guys see the show in and out in bits, and you see it in different sequences all year round. When you actually get to sit out there and see the finished, with all the hard work that you've put in and the hard work of everybody else, what's that like for you?
It's emotional, it's quite empowering, but it's lovely.
Okay, thanks very much, ladies. We're going to move on. We're going to come down stage here. Here's one of our youngest members. You got to say hello?
Yeah, hello.
Tell us who you are. Tell us what character you are.
I'm Murdstone 1.
Uh-huh.
And
This is Oren, by the way. And so you're Orphan 1, are you? No, what?
Murdstone 1.
Oh, yeah, okay. But you're one of the orphans as well, aren't you? And when did you join Haddo Children's Theatre, Oren?
This year.
This year. Did you have small parts last year as well? Or you were helping out making props and making stage last year, but you decided that you wanted to be on stage this year, didn't you? And how have you found it?
Fun.
Has it been fun?
Yeah.
Do you love it?
Yeah.
Good. Put it there. Good man. And this is another orphan. This is Archie. He also plays a part of Oliver. Your face is all blue. It looks quite scary, actually. Let's step up here just now, Archie. How have you found children's theatre? Because you've been around, both your sisters are in it, and you've been around children's theatre for a while, but this is the first year you've really taken part, isn't it? And how have you found it?
Fun.
Have you found it fun, yeah? Is it exciting when the curtains open and everybody's out there waiting to see you? Yeah? What's your favourite bit about children's theatre?
Seeing my friends.
Seeing your friends. Excellent. Put it there, my man. Good lad. So as we come down the stairs, so that's us being backstage here. Coming down the stairs now. And Here we go. These beautiful looking apples. Fake. We've used these in a number actually of productions, but they look fantastic. Here you can see some other props that have been made. Big stove that's in Mrs. Dilber's. We've got a couple of street lamps there. So this is the view that we get from the side of the stage. There's Aaron. Aaron plays a part of a orphan. He also plays Dr. Watson in the scene that has Holmes and Watson. This is your first year, Aaron, in Children's Theatre. How have you found it?
It's been very good and very enjoyable.
What do you find enjoyable about it, mostly?
Everything really, it's just good fun.
Did you imagine ever, when you like growing up, that you were going to come onto the stage? Was it something that you thought that you always wanted to do?
I watched it last year with Scouts.
Yes.
We just thought it was amazing, so we just
Okay. You just came along and joined in, and you've had this part, and you've done exceptionally well. So you've got to look out for this lad here. He's fantastic as Mr. Watson. This other lad here that's drinking his juice is the other half of that duo. So this is Ben. Hi Ben, say hello Ben. Ben is actually an orphan, but he is also, tell us the other parts that you play.
Holmes.
He plays Holmes. He's actually holding his juice just like he holds his pipe. And how have you found, this is your second year in Children's Theatre, how have you found it?
Good.
Yeah, what do you find good about it?
I like the exhilaration you get after the show.
After the show. How do you feel when you go out there and the curtain opens and there's a crowd in front of you?
Awesome.
Awesome, yeah?
Yeah.
And what is it, when you, over the years, did you always think, oh, I kind of want to be on stage, or is it something that just...
Well, I've been on the waiting list since I was quite young, actually. I think I was like 10 or something, maybe
Okay.
12. But no,
Okay.
not 12, like 10.
Yeah.
And yeah, when I got to do it, I was really happy.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, thank you very much. I'm going to introduce you to Devon. Devon, he plays a number of parts in the show. He plays the judge. He also plays Dickon, don't you? Dickon with his donkeys. And where would you be from, Dickon?
Bristol.
He comes from Bristol. So this is Devon. Devon is actually done about, I think, 5 or 6 shows.
5 to 6. This is my 6th one now.
This is your 6th show, so you've been in
Yeah.
Children's Theatre for a long time.
Long time.
How do you find Children's Theatre?
Fun because you get to meet new people.
Yeah. So you always like meeting new people,
Yeah.
and what does it feel like when the curtains open and there's a heap of people out there? And
Exhilarating.
just to give you guys an idea, this is us standing on stage, and then you look out and you see all these faces looking back at you.
Yeah.
Be quite scary. But you find it okay, yeah?
Yeah, I find it alright.
You're kind of used to it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And are you involved in drama at school as well?
Yeah, I've got Nat 5 in drama now, so
Okay.
next year, so that's pretty good.
Okay, so this is. Do you think that Children's Theatre has helped you in your Nat 5?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It
Good.
showed how I can put expressions into my pieces and everything.
So anybody who was thinking about maybe doing acting or maybe coming along to Children's Theatre, what would you say to them?
Do it, it's just fun.
Yeah?
Get to meet
Okay.
new people, get to learn new things, and yeah, it's just for everyone really.
Excellent. Thanks very much.
Cheers.
So we're going to speak to some of the stage crew now. We'll speak to some of the stage crew. So, want to introduce yourselves, guys, and tell us what it is that you do for Children's Theatre.
Callum, I've been promoted recently to stage manager, so we look after backstage, look after props, make sure people are on stage on time, generally help out the director as much as we can behind the curtains.
And what's it like? What's the atmosphere like behind the
Oh,
stage?
it's buzzing, absolutely buzzing every night. The whole family here, everybody's really proud to be part of Haddo Theatre, and long may it continue.
And we're all family here, aren't we?
That's
Because we've all got kids that are in the show. And what about yourselves? How have you found being part of this? Is your first year in stage crew, or was you last year?
No, I helped last year. This year's a bit more straightforward. Last year we had a lot of moving parts, but everything's pretty static, so we just carry things on, put them in the right place, and that's stage handling's not too complicated this time.
Yeah, and it's my first time, so I'm absolutely loving it. Yeah.
How do you find the buzz?
The buzz is absolutely superb.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody excited behind the scenes, including us, including all the people doing the makeup and that. One big family, as
You
I said.
can't help but be so proud of the kids when you see them out there, and especially not just your own children, but all the children. You can't help but feeling proud of them.
Every evening there's a lump in my throat, and same with everybody backstage, and probably most of the people in the audience. Come and see the show, you won't regret it.
Thanks very much, guys. Now I want to introduce you to this young lad here. Who would you be, sir?
Dodger.
You're Dodger. Dodger, you don't seem to have much of a Cockney accent at the moment.
Hello.
That's better. So, how have you found being Dodger? So this is Finlay, folks. How old are you, Finlay?
10.
You're 10, and you've got one of the lead roles. And how did that feel?
When I found out, I was actually very, very happy. Because originally I think I was going for like Holmes or Watson, but then my mum told me to try go for Dodger, just give it a shot.
Yep.
And then when Graham said that you're Dodger, I was really, really happy.
Yeah. And how did you find learning your lines? Because you've got a lot of lines that you've had to learn, haven't you? And you sing a really difficult song as well. So how did you find that?
So the criminal song's probably the hardest bit. It's really hard, but then the lines, they're just really fun.
Yeah, good. And you have a lot of fun because when you see this guy when he comes out, he's just got a smile on his face from start to finish. What's the most important thing about children's theatre for you?
Making friends and having fun.
Making friends and having fun. Excellent. And what new skills have you learned?
How to speak Cockney. Learning the hardest song that I've ever heard.
Oh, we're going to catch some dancing now.
All we got is this sticky beer. Smells like glue. And tastes like it too. Let's stop. While we're still in this slop. If we doesn't want to work, stop the fuss to the top. Don't forget, it's all that you get.
Hold on a minute, we've got Maisie here.
Hello.
Maisie, how are you? Say hello to everybody at home.
Hello.
And Maisie, tell us what parts you play.
I'm playing Eliza, and then when I'm not Eliza, I'm the fat lady.
You are the fat lady. How do you find getting into that fat suit? Because as you can see, Maisie is not fat. How does it feel getting into that fat lady suit?
It's a struggle. It's like a 3-person job.
So, Maisie, this is your second show with
Yeah.
Haddo. How has it felt coming back second time around? Last year you played Otter in Wind in the Willows. This year you've got an important part as well in the show. How's that felt for you?
It's felt really good, although it just feels different. I think it's like the atmosphere is like, this show week is always, the atmosphere is like amazing. It's felt good, it's felt really good.
For somebody who was maybe interested in starting children's theatre, what would you say to them?
It's amazing, and I think it's helped me so much, and I made so many like good friends, and it's like, yeah, it's really like that special part of your week going to Haddo has been really good, so I think I would definitely recommend.
You've often heard me and other people often hear me speak about Haddo Children's Theatre as being like a big family. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, at first I was a bit like, really is it? But now I completely understand it, and it's like amazing.
We all look out for each other, don't we?
Yeah.
Put it there, Maze. Cheers. So we're going to go back up the stairs again. Here we have Mrs. Murdstone. Yes, oh no. Let's have an interview with Mrs. Murdstone. Mrs. Murdstone, let's see the transformation from Emily to... Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Mrs. Murdstone! There she goes. Emily, how are you? Say hello to everybody at home. How has it been playing Mrs. Murdstone? Tell us what kind of character Mrs. Murdstone is.
Mrs. Murdstone is a very mean, intimidating, and like powerful woman. And
how has it felt playing that?
At first, I was really nervous, but I've grown. I've grown used to the character now, and I'm definitely far more.
And how do you feel about the character? Do you like the character?
Well, I like playing the character, but if I met her in real life, I definitely would not like her.
She's a bit mean. She's a bit rough to the
very
kids,
mean.
isn't she?
Yes.
There's a bit of abuse going on there, isn't there?
Definitely.
this is your first year, Emily, in
Yes, it is.
children's theatre. How has it felt for you? How's that journey been?
Again, at first I was really nervous, but everyone's really nice and supportive, and I've really got accustomed to being here, and I find it really fun.
Good, excellent. So for somebody who's maybe thinking about becoming part of Haddo Children's Theatre, what would you say to them?
Definitely do it. It's a great experience. It gives great opportunities to meet more people and just have a lot of fun.
Excellent. Thank you very much indeed.
Okay.
I'll come back upstairs just soon. We're going to go down here. This is where we all get changed. Costumes are down here. Microphones are down here. And actually, we're right underneath the stage. So this is where everybody gets mic'd up. Everybody decent? Yes? Yeah. This is where people get mic'd up. So this is Richard. Richard, say hello. So we're not quite Facebook Live, but we're recording so that we can just put it up because we're not managing to get Facebook Live. Richard, you've been involved in Haddo Children's Theatre for quite a number of years now. Tell us what it is that your role is and what you do.
I give all of the cast their microphones, and then during the performance I'll control the levels of their microphones so that we can hear them well, and I'll also add some sound effects if it's required for the performance.
So you're the sound man?
I am the sound man.
But tell us how long it takes. You make it sound really easy, but it's a lot of preparation, isn't it?
Oh yes, it's at least 3-4 days preparation before dress rehearsal, then the dress rehearsals, then all the performance, then taking everything down takes another day. So we're here for at least 10-11 days.
But you know, you've been for as long as your daughter's been in the show. You've been, and what's it felt like being involved, also having your daughter involved, but you being involved as well? Because we're all parents, aren't we? I still am a parent, but my child isn't attending anymore. I haven't just stopped being a parent, although he would probably say that I have. But you know, you guys. We're all parents, and we all muck in together, and we all volunteer our time. And what would you? How does that make the ethos of children's theatre? What does it feel like?
I find it a privilege to help. I've never found it a chore. It's exhausting, but it's so worth it to see all the kids build their confidence over the time here, and how proud they are of themselves, and we are of them.
And you've watched. Certainly, I know that I've watched your wee one go from tiny wee to the star that she is now. When we met her earlier on, tell us what it's been like. That journey has been like from you, because you've obviously seen Amelia's confidence grow and self-esteem grow and self-belief grow.
All those things, yes, it has been instrumental to her confidence, and it's been the making of her, I would say, in a lot of ways, and she has such a passion for musical theatre now. It's all she thinks about. So
she's involved in another 2 companies, isn't she?
Another 2 performances this year, so she's very, very busy.
And when we just think about what we were saying there, about the development, what would your message be to maybe other parents who's maybe thinking about, you know, maybe their children joining children's theatre?
Even if your child is just thinking about the idea and they would just like to be part of the ensemble, or just would like a little part with a couple of words, the amount of confidence it builds in them is so great, and you never know, it might be the thing they find that is all they've ever wanted to do. So I would say they should just give it a shot. Excellent.
Now, just behind you, we've got another part-time sound man, part-time crew member of the stage, Laurent. Hello. And how have you found things? Your daughter, also, Amelie is in the show. How do you feel it's affected her? How do you feel it's been for her?
Yeah, really good for her. She saw a show here, the Boxing Alone, and then as soon as she saw it, she wanted to sign up. So she was on the waiting list for a wee bit, but she couldn't wait. And then when she started, she just loved it. She's learned her lines, learned her songs.
And she's grown in confidence as well, hasn't she? Yeah, she's absolutely grown in confidence, and you know, she plays the alternate Dodger. Here's Finlay, here's Dodger. He's getting himself mic'd up again, getting ready. Go and give us a wee Dodger line.
Fighting
using a go.
There we go. All right, guys, thank you very much indeed. So we're just going to head up the stairs. Is everybody decent in there?
Is everyone dressed?
Okay, so we'll come in. Oh, well, that's fine. I can hear Alice in here. Alice, you are our costumes lady. Hi. As you can see, this is the boys' changing room. As you can see, everything just lying. That's it. So you are our costume coordinator. How have you found that? How have you found that challenge? You've done it for a couple of years for us now, haven't you?
This is my second year doing it.
Yeah.
Olivia was challenging just with the volume of costumes, but we had a great stock in the cupboard, so I've only had to make about 8 or so dresses, which has been good. Yeah, it's been great fun as always.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Both your children are in.
That's been a new challenge. Yeah, for show week, having both kids plus doing costumes, but we've worked it and it's all good.
And what would you say the difference has been in your two? In Henry and Dee?
From doing this?
Yes, what do you think Haddo Children's Theatre has added to them?
What hasn't it added to them, to be honest? I think all kids are struggling with having missed so much school because of what's happened over the last few years. It's brought them out their shells, it's helped them to meet new people, and conversing with children, adults, all alike. It's been such a joy to watch my 2 children just be children and flourish. So
excellent.
Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you very much indeed, Alice. We'll leave you to it. It's not going to be long before everybody's getting dressed. So we're going to head back through. We're going to head up the stairs. I think everybody's going on stage now, so head back upstairs again.
My other ones were like really...
Here we are back on stage. Making our way through here. Just going to quickly see Rob.
Hello.
This is Rob. He is our musical director. Rob, you've been involved in Haddo Children's Theatre since about 1923, is that?
And I look it haggard as could be.
Tell us about what Children's Theatre means to you.
Children's Theatre, it's just a wonderful experience for all the kids. It's just an opportunity to get up on this huge stage, which I'm looking at up here, and experience being together and performing and being with a great crowd of people and getting tremendous togetherness and wonderful experiences that they'll look back on for the rest of their lives. That's what it means to me.
That's really meaningful. It means a lot, yes, absolutely. What kind of challenge is it for you to learn, whenever a new show is decided and learning all the songs, etc.?
It's just sometimes the volume of music that we've got to play and adapting it where necessary so that it suits the kids' voices that we're playing to and things like that.
For any young person that's thinking about joining, what would you say to them?
I'd say if you fancy having a go, just sign up on the waiting list and give it a go. It's amazing how many different people, different kids who've got involved from all sorts of different backgrounds and with different attitudes have come and have had a great time here.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Rob. I think they're learning the final song. So these seats are very empty just now, but just in a wee short while they're going to be absolutely full. We're just going to go up and meet our sound guy. Our sound guy who's not our sound guy, our lighting guy, who thought I was a way to bypass him, but he's in the middle of eating his sandwich. I'm just going to absolutely embarrass him. So this is Brody. Hi Brody, he's from Standing Ovation. We're not quite live. We haven't managed to get a live because we're not managing to get the signal, so we're just recording this. You've got a huge undertaking, haven't you, when we take a new show on, because you've kind of got to sit through it and work out what the lights are going to look like and what have you. But this is your third time involved with Haddo Children's Theatre, and I know that you'll be involved with a few different theatres, but what's it like coming out to this old building, working here and working with our company?
It's really good. I mean, as you can see just now, the enthusiasm and the drive of every single kid on stage. It's really, really nice to see. So they just, when the curtains close at the very last word, the big scream that happens every time, it just sends shivers down your spine because they're proud of what they've done, and I'm proud that they're putting on a good show.
You were involved in youth theatre when you were younger, weren't you? What did it mean to you when you were involved in shows and stuff? Did you find it fun? You know,
yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of hard work, so I can see why all this hard work, when they get it put on stage at the front of hundreds of people, it means a lot to finally get it out there.
Yeah.
And obviously they've done it essentially for 3 years now because COVID before Olivia first.
Because you were involved in our first attempt at putting Olivia on, and we got closed down and on dress rehearsal, and we all felt it, didn't we?
Yeah.
I think you said it was the first time that you'd had to pack up, having not actually managed to get the show done.
Yeah.
And it was a horrendous feeling. I remember.
Yeah, I think that's the first time I've cried at a show.
Yeah.
Before it's even started.
Well, Brodie, thank you very much for taking the time to speak to us.
No worries.
This here is the sound desk that Richard, who we met earlier on, he works at. So these things here control all the microphones that he's going to be using. Here's Richard now.
Hello.
So again, he just shows us kind of maybe. I think what he does is he just presses buttons and moves things up and down and makes on that he's busy, but I'm sure he doesn't. But as you can see, you know, this isn't just a cowboy outfit. Like, you know, we try our best to be as professional as we can. So anybody who's thinking about joining children's theatre, get in touch with us. info@haddochildrenstheatre.org.uk. Visit our webpage www.haddochildrenstheatre.org.uk. And even better, get yourselves to Haddo Hall. Come and see the final show tomorrow on Sunday. If you haven't got your mum a Mother's Day present, get yourself out there. So I've been Graham. It's been good to have a chat with you. Looking forward to seeing you in the future if you're a little one, or if you're a mum or dad behind the stage helping out with your little one's acting. Take care for now. We've got to go and get a show started. Bye.